here today to talk about the Maldives and how to get there. I have been blessed enough to go twice, and I'm hoping to go again once everything opens up. And I have a lot of people asking me all the time, how do you go, or how do you get there? How much is it? Is it too expensive? I think we have an idea of it being like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, like a crazy amount that's not attainable, and it's totally attainable. And I'm here to talk about it today. So let's go to the Maldives. Well, when we can. So first thing is, where is the Maldives? A lot of people have no idea. They just know they're magical islands and they're gorgeous. And people think like Bora Bora. Very far from Bora Bora. So the Maldives are right below India, a bit further. And they're basically made of 26 atolls, which an atoll is an island surrounded by coral reef. So these 26 atolls are separated kind of like they're like states, not really, but just so you get an idea. So basically they're separated into 26 atolls, and each atoll has a bunch of islands in it. So that's kind of where the Maldives is. The next thing is, and I have some notes. The Maldives is actually Muslim, which a lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that when I went, but in the resorts, they don't really abide by this. They know that there's a lot of tourists that are coming from all over the world, so they're not strict. You can wear whatever you want. Yeah, so it's just really the main islands where people live, native Maldivians. It's Muslim, so it was interesting to me. Okay, the main question that everybody's wondering, how much is it? Is it so expensive? Is it? I mean, so it can be. So the first time I went to the Maldives was with a Groupon. I know, a Groupon. Actually, it was a two-part Groupon. First part was Dubai. 5 nights in Dubai, 3 nights in the Maldives for $2,000. That's it. $2,000. I know. It's cray. Do it. So, the $2,000 included airfare from Orlando on Emirates Airline, and 5 nights hotel in Dubai, and 3 nights hotel in the Maldives, and it also included the flight from Dubai to the Maldives. Cray. Okay, so the second time we went, which is most recently, was for our honeymoon, and we just wanted to go straight to the Maldives because we really loved it. So if anybody knows me, I book 99% of my flights or my trips on Orbitz. So I went to orbitz.com, selected packages, we know it says hotel, car, cruises, I don't remember what else, air. So click packages and write Maldives and the dates that you want. And here it combines your airfare and your hotel. And then you can scroll through there's like so many resorts. I can't even begin to tell you, like thousands of resorts in the Maldives. Now, for those that don't have a lot of money to spend, you can go to the Maldives for $1,500. Airfare and hotel. I'm not joking. Like literally go to orbitz.com right now. I mean, we're under quarantine, but whatever. Even before, and I'm assuming after, you can go for like $1,500 for like 5 nights. Granted, it's not the magical overwater bungalow that you see in all the pictures. It's usually to Male, which that's the capital of the Maldives, and that's where you fly into Male. It's written M-A-L-E like male, but it's Male. And I mean, you can stay at a regular hotel there and take excursions to the resorts and snorkel and still get to see the amazing Maldivian islands, but not necessarily, the picturesque overwater bungalow. But it's doable. Like literally go on Orbitz and check. Well, from Tampa, Florida, anyways, or from Florida, but I'm pretty sure from a lot of other places. So what I did is I did tons and tons of research on different resorts. So when I would see a resort pop up, I would click on it. It would tell me how much it is per person. I would click on it. I would look at all the pictures. Then I would go on the resort's website, just check it out, look at the rooms. Now, the cost also depends on the room that you want. everybody wants the overwater bungalow. We splurged on the overwater bungalow because it was our honeymoon. But the first time that I went to the Maldives, we stayed in a beach villa, which is a little like beautiful hut on the beach, and literally like the ocean is in front of you. Now every resort is different, but most resorts have beach villas and they're much more cost effective. So we stayed there for 3 nights the first time. Now when we went to the honeymoon, we stayed at an overwater bungalow at Meru. That was the resort that we stayed at the second time. The first time we went to Paradise Island Resort, which is actually a very good cost-effective resort. It's not as expensive as the other ones, but it's still super magical. So when we went this last time on our honeymoon, we stayed in an overwater bungalow. Now there's different types of options, which I want to explain to you that I didn't know and people don't explain. So when you click on the resort that you want, it'll show all the different rooms, and depending on the room that you want, it'll say plus $200 a night or whatever it is. So let's say you click on a resort and it'll say $2,500 with airfare. And if you want to upgrade the type of room that you have, usually that price, the base price, is the most basic room that they have. And then you can select the other rooms. Now, some rooms or some of the options say half board, full board, all inclusive. I had no idea. I was like, I have no idea what that is. So half board means you get breakfast and dinner every night that you stay there. That's included. Full board is breakfast, lunch, and dinner included. All inclusive is breakfast, lunch, dinner, and alcoholic beverages, and everything is included. Everything that you want to eat, with the exception usually of like fancier restaurants that they have on site. Some all-inclusives actually include that. But for the most part, all-inclusive means everything is included. We did have, full board, which was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We don't drink that much, but if you want to drink, you can still order drinks. And it's like, how much is a drink in the Maldives? Is it crazy expensive? Now, alcoholic drinks are about $8 to $15 each, which is kind of what it costs in the US, really. So it was, for us to do all-inclusive was like an extra $2,000. I'm like, I can't drink that much like to justify an extra $2,000. And even if I divided $2,000 by 15, that was like a lot of drinks. So we just did full board. One difference between the Maldives and Bora Bora: the Maldives, many resorts, not all, have full board or all-inclusive. Bora Bora, some do. Most of the resorts in Bora Bora do not have all-inclusive or food included, and their food is like $60 per person for dinner, easily. Okay, so some other costs, and I have some notes about the Maldives that, I'm really interested in finances of when I travel. Like, okay, it costs me this much to get there, but when I get there, like, how much more money do I need? So as I mentioned, alcohol is $8 to $15 a beverage. Soda is about $3 a can. I love Coca-Cola, so I splurged on that, but it was about $3. I mean, that's what you pay here. Massages, the spa. It's pricey, but I thought it was going to be a lot more. So they were running a special, and they have specials every day, so make sure to go to the spa and see what they have. And if you're there on a honeymoon or a birthday, sometimes they'll give you like a 10% off or 20% off the spa in your hotel room. So we got couples massages, $150 per person, okay, for an hour. Full body massage, scalp, you get tea, you get cookies. They do like these vibration things, and literally like I was face down like in a crystal glass looking at the ocean. Like $150? Okay, I'll pay that. Thankfully we got it on the second to last day, because if not, I would have gotten it every day and that would have been expensive. So it was about $150 for an hour massage. I mean, literally that's what you pay here. So I think it was totally worth it. Another thing that people don't tell you about: the transport from the main airport, Male, to your resort is not included. And usually it's either a boat, a speedboat, or a seaplane, depending how far your atoll is. So how far your resort is. The farther it is, the more expensive it is, and it's usually a plane. And it can cost, which this is an additional cost that I didn't know about, it can cost anywhere between $150 per person to like $700 per person just to get you from the Male airport, the international airport in the Maldives, to your resort. So when you're looking at resorts, make sure to look at how much the transport fee is from the airport to your resort. We paid $150 each, not bad. It was actually a boat. It was about 45 minutes. You get on the boat. So when you arrive, to the airport, there's a bunch of people everywhere, and there's little like kiosks with different hotel resort names. So you look for your resort, and then they get you on a boat and they get you to your resort, and they usually welcome you with welcome drinks, like cold towels. It's amazing. I would totally pay it. But that's another cost to keep in mind, the transport. What else? What is there to do? Because most people are like, oh, I mean, it's beautiful, but it's kind of boring. Like, you're in heaven. So there is obviously snorkeling. Every resort has a snorkel point, and they usually have a reef on the island that you can snorkel yourself. That's what I did. I literally snorkeled every day. And if you stay in an overwater bungalow, you could just like hop into the ocean and swim right there. Or even they have like every resort usually has a beach area, and they have swimming pools. We did not get bored at all. I don't understand how people get bored. Like, you wake up, you go to breakfast, then you get into your bikini, then you go swimming, and then it's time for lunch, and then you go swim some more, drink, then you go to the your hotel room, get ready for dinner, eat, drink. Like, it's amazing. Anyways, I digress. And then they have excursions, so there's dolphin cruises. If you're close enough to Male, they'll do an excursion to take you to the town so you can actually see how people in the Maldives live, natives. And they have shark feedings, stingrays. We didn't do any paid excursions because you're literally in paradise. Like, every day I would just go swim in this amazing ocean and go to the swimming pool and walk around the resort. And they have gyms at the resort. They have game rooms. They have literally everything you could want. So what else? Oh, how long is the flight? From Tampa, Florida, it was 36 hours. Actually, there's ones for like, I think 18, 19 hours, but they're much more expensive, those flights. So I decided to do the 36-hour because it stopped in Abu Dhabi. So if you're flying from Florida, you'll either go to Abu Dhabi or Doha in Qatar. I chose Abu Dhabi because the last time we went, we didn't get to go to Emirates Palace, which is friggin' magical. Google Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi. It's actually a hotel, and it's like Jasmine and Aladdin's castle. Like, it's amazing. So we had dinner there. How much is dinner at Emirates Palace? Well, we decided to eat at the outdoor barbecue, which is these amazing cabanas on the sand in the middle of like the sea is there. Like, you're in the Middle East. It's like this magical, like, I'm like, I don't care how much it costs, I'm doing it. Actually, dinner was about $200 US, which is pricey, but I budgeted for this. I knew this. And it was so expensive because I got wine. Alcohol in the Middle East is extremely expensive because it's not really common, and we won't get into that. And we had scallops. We had Wagyu beef, which is expensive anywhere you go. Truffle mac and cheese. Like, we had a lot of food, and it was $200. And then if you go to Doha, I did research, and the Doha airport does free excursions into the city if you have a long enough layover. So when we went to Abu Dhabi, we took a change of clothes, we got in a cab, we went to Emirates Palace, we had this amazing magical dinner at night in the middle of the Middle East with sand. I mean, it was totally worth it. Okay, so then from there you have a layover, and then you go to the Maldives. I think it was like 6-7 hours from Abu Dhabi to the Maldives, and then you arrive in paradise. So that's about it. I don't think I have anything else. So when we went the last time, I paid $5,000 for 2 people, airfare and hotel, breakfast, lunch, and dinner included, plus our plane. Not our boat from the Maldives to our resort. It was a crazy good deal. Like, I've been looking at it and it's about $6,000 now, which is a lot of money. I understand for people, but this is how I budget every trip. I'm like, where do I want to go? Maldives. Okay, I look 6, 8 a year or months, a year in advance. And I'm like, okay, it's $5,000. Let's say $2,500 per person. I divide that $2,500 by how many months I have to go. I charge it on my card and I divide it by how many months, and I'm like, okay, every month I need to bring in this amount of money, or I need to save this amount of money so I can book this. And if it's like, I don't know, $300 a month, I know it's a lot of money for some people, but I'm like, what can you go do? Can you go Instacart? Can you stop buying Starbucks and save $300? Can you stop going out to eat and save $300? Like, you can so do it. It's just, don't be lazy. I get lazy sometimes, but go work I don't know, babysit, wash cars, mow lawns. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do now to save money, and you're literally going to the most, not the most, but one of the most magical places on earth. Like, you get to go to the Maldives. You spend $200, $300 a month on stupid stuff all the time. Don't go to Target. Don't go to Ross. Don't go to Marshall's. And you can totally do it. Maldives is a dream. I can't wait to go back. And I hope you guys go to the Maldives and tell me about it. Let me know if you have any more questions. Bye. Stay safe.